We're not gonna go Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka, Wibbly Wobbly. That's what I was going for, but I got Willy Wonka instead. That's about right. Good morning, Ernetta. I know the weather. It's exciting. I mean, it's pretty exciting. Good morning. Good morning. Oh yeah, the t-shirt is from Sack Bag and Sew. And you know what? I gotta give them props. This t-shirt is really good quality. Okay. I wear t-shirts pretty much all the time. When I'm wearing grown-up clothes, um, it's like whatever. This t-shirt is soft, like it's really, really soft. And it doesn't have like a lot of stretch, but it is very, very cozy. If I could have a job like trying on t-shirts all day, I think that would be my second passion in life. Good morning. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait. I know. I looked outside and I was like, "Whoa!" It's not sticking over here yet, but I'm a little north from you. You're more south than me, but it's still happening in Maryland area, so I'm pretty stoked. Good morning. So yeah, I'm excited, and I know we're supposed to actually get some more snow this week, so I'm excited. It's not. I think people get confused when okay, Arnetta is in we're, Maryland's very small, but she's in the right in the middle where DC is. And when we talk about snow, I think people get very confused. Maryland is like the perfect four season state. It never really gets too hot in summer. We don't get in the triple digits. We don't get like 100. It doesn't get like humid, like really humid, like the South. Um, like we have I think we're like the perfect 4 seasons. Like spring happens. The only thing Maryland gets a lot of that we as Marylanders can talk about is we get a boat ton of rain. When it doesn't rain, if it goes like 3 days or more, which is very rare, without rain, we're like, "What is going on?" Like, it's rare for us, like, we don't get hit with a lot of, hurricanes and or tropical storms, but we do get occasionally like the thunder snow. I had no idea what thunder snow was until I lived out here, and I'm enamored and scared out of my mind about it, but it's very pretty to watch. But when it's close, you're like, "Can you go away? I don't want to watch you." But I feel like we're in the perfect 4 seasons. So when we get like 8 inch of snow, we lose our ever loving mind. You're gonna get the people that are like, no, banish the snow. And then you're gonna get people like me, like, get me more. We very rarely get like tons and tons of snow. So it's pretty cool. Good morning. Oh my god, today's the last day of the month, and tomorrow we're gonna be cracking up in this bad boy to do start December. We're gonna be in December tomorrow. um that's crazy. So that starts, and I think we haven't got shipment information fireweed stitch, but I'm not really concerned about that because I don't know what kind of magic she has or, like, if she lives in Hogwarts and whatever. When she sends out, like, tracking number, I usually get the package within that next day or the day after. I don't know what kind of, like, packaging she has, but she's fast. Good morning. So if anyone else has opening up the 12 Days of Christmas with Fireweed Stitch, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get tracking numbers fairly soon. But tomorrow we start with opening up the this beautiful box. And this box is really pretty. I think Sally Tomatoes did a really good job. Don't mind the poison apple back there. You can't see if I stand but I think they did a really good job. I like comparing their boxes. I try to say boxes, but my husband says that we each have our own weird thing. I like saving boxes. I don't know why, but I do. Um, but this one's pretty. So there's that. I hope everyone had a really good Thanksgiving. We had a lot of food, a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. It went pretty smoothly. There's usually something that goes amiss. Everything went pretty smoothly. My husband and I both cooked a turkey. I brined both of our turkeys, but differently. He did one that was smoking outside, and I did mine's like the old-fashioned way, 325 for hours and hours, and kept basting. Mine's came out so bomb. It could be how I brined mine. Okay, so I used like 2 stout beers, a Coca-Cola, and chicken broth with a ton of oranges and lemons. My turkey's almost gone, guys. My turkey's almost it is so good. And then when I got it out, I was basting it with a don't judge me, with, like, a Moscato, like, wine mixed in with, like, brown sugar and, like, salt. That is the most sweet it has, like, a sweet but savory taste to it with rosemary. Yeah, I was winging it totally. It tastes good though. So, everything was really good. I made these really cool chocolate chip cookies that had s'mores in the middle. The pull, like when you pulled them apart when they're warm, the marshmallows came apart. I'm gonna make those again. I That was my first time making those. Yeah, only thing I didn't like is the recipe that I got for it. It called for 9 cookies, and I never seen a recipe call for 9. Most time cookies are like 16 to 24. It was 9. Now, grant you the cookies were they were ginormous. They're like this big, um, but 9. So, it was when it came down to, like, the last cookie was, like, Hunger Games style, so there was that. I made a really nice chocolate cake, which that's gone too. The only thing that's left over was the one thing my husband asked for that I knew nobody else was gonna eat was a pineapple upside down cake. I have never made one of those. It smelled really good. Um, but was afraid if I ate it, I was gonna need an EpiPen because when I was cooking it, my hands were like itchy. So, um, and it went pretty good. I hope everyone else had a good Thanksgiving. I finished one custom design. I did one tester bag. If you're in Aura Rosa's Facebook group, she sent out another tester. I think people are gonna like this bag too, because again, I don't know what's going on with her. It's like end of the year. I'm gonna put something out that doesn't really go with the rest of the bags. It is super cute. I'm probably going to be trying to film a video for it this week coming up, so that tells you that this bag may be coming out fairly soon. It it's faster the bag will be faster to make than the woven willow, I promise you that. It's just and it has less pattern pieces, and everyone in the tester group saying, "Whoa, this one takes a little is way faster to come together." It's just interesting how the pattern pieces come together. Um, yeah, so I just she does she does very unique bags, so I'm really excited about that one. And we're finishing up 2 custom bags and getting them sent out. Um, I I got some hits yesterday for Small Business Saturday. I also take it as Small Business Sunday. You should tell people that too. I got a person asking for a custom bag that their parents she bought for their parent like 4 years ago, and they were wanting to know what Disney fabric I have. So when I get off of here, I'm gonna collect all the Disney really cool Disney fabric I have and take pictures of it and then kinda give them I they got the bag that they bought was the Gaia from Not a Thread Co. That bag always sells for me. That bag always sells for me. They've had this bag since that pattern came out, and it still looks good, and it was with purple cork, but they wanna give her a new one because 'cause they've had it for a couple years. So I'm going to show them bags that are in the wheelhouse, but I'm actually gonna show them bags from Shannon. Like, I'm gonna show them the Aries, some of the Pisces, and the Rowena because I noticed that if someone's asking for a newer bag and they've had the bag from a designer for a long time, they generally like the bag style from that person. So I'm gonna show them all the bags from Not a Thread Co. to see if they like that, and then show them all the fabrics and go from there. I could bet you bucks if they answer me today, I will let you know that they're probably gonna say the Rowena or something from one of the Pisces pack bags. It's just that's how it usually goes. I figured that out a couple years ago when somebody was asking me to redo them a different bag whenever like they had a swoon bag for me and then I showed them a couple different other swoon bags and that's what they picked. They like that designer's like look. Same with if someone got an Erica Bowler, if I showed them a couple of different bags from Alexis, they like that designer. It kind of goes like if someone has an older Coach bag, they tend to have a tendency of gravitating to getting another Coach bag. So I'm gonna show them some Disney prints, and the first set of small bags I'm gonna show is from Not a Thread Co., which I'm excited because I have tons of reference pictures from Not a Thread Co. because I've made like a lot of Not a Thread Co. bags. So I'm good. Um, but the Gaia is it's a very unusual bag, and there's the way it's set up with the pockets and having that it's just very unique, but her bag is in good condition. She showed me the picture, I was like, "Damn, she could wear this for a couple more years." You could tell it's worn in because cork kinda wears, kinda like wax canvas, and to me, when cork wears, I like the way it looks. They're not complaining that it's wearing bad, they just wanna give her something else so that she can kind of rotate that back and forth, and I'm like, "I get that." I totally get that, and I'm not complaining because 'cause I'm getting commissioned to do a new bag. So, yeah, I'm pulling as soon as I get off here, I'm going to be pulling as many Disney prints as I have, in vinyl and cotton, so it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute. But I'm probably gonna pull out my Old Faithful. Backstitch had a Disney print that everyone goes crazy for that has all the Disney characters. I'm gonna pull that because that has a tendency of being a win, and if I'm only using it for the front and the back panel, it's not going deep into my pockets, but that is usually a win for me. And then I'm gonna pull a couple of vinyls that are kind of like like kind of like the Belmont that I showed you that are like a plaid and just a Mickey Mouse head. That might be more their style too, where it's indiscreet. But I notice with Mickey Mouse people, they usually want like the print right in your face. So I'm going to go with a couple of backstitch, like the good, and then also the villains. They have the villains. So yeah. And then I have a couple other prints from different designers, like, that have their versions of, like, all the Disney characters and go from there. Yeah, the chocolate chip cookie was amazing. Everyone had one and everyone well, yeah, everyone had some had more than one. I don't have a bestseller for I have a bestseller my bestsellers are not what people think they are. Like, when I showed you the Cumberland backpack, that sold. Every time I make a Cumberland backpack, it sells. I People like the way it's shaped. The one that I showed you with that was a Star Wars one last week on Tuesday. Yeah, that's I no longer have that bag. I listed it on Etsy, it sold. Um every time I kinda make a Gaia or a Rowena, people will look at that. Rowena sells best in person because people will see all the details and work, and I'm not the best photographer. So my Gaias usually sell dramatically well on Etsy because of the way it's shaped. I take better pictures of it. That's on me. That's why I always tell people learning how to take pictures are like super important. If if there's like amateur pictures that you could take at a community college or something, do it because then maybe you can learn how to do different things with your camera and learn how to take better photography. Um, just different things. I was lucky enough to have Shannon come on this month and do an interview with Patreon, and she gave some tips and tricks for my patrons about photography. I'm I'm actually gonna miss this month. This is this year I did a lot. I had a lot of interviews with a lot of different people, and I gotta say, this was my favorite year of Patreon because every year I do a different theme, and the people that came on and did interviews, it's crazy. And you were able to do interviews for being in tier 1. Tier 1, you got a level up project is something that can help you level up your game, or just level up something like your thought process, like I showed you guys these really cool, I show them how to make these really cool, bookmarks or Nova marks, and how I can you can give them as gifts or how you could sell them at craft fairs, like, for $5, $10, and they help with scraps, and they also got to be in a really fun and long interview with, Shannon. It was really fun because each interviewer I always have earmarked for 30 to 45 minutes, and it always exceeds more. And the people that in my group this year got to learn about, cork. People got to learn how it's made, different grades and, backing of cork. They got to learn about working in show business and being a bag maker and like kind of what you need to expect. They got to learn about photography. They got to learn about how to put big prints on a smaller bag. Um, they got to learn about taxes. When does the IRS say you're no longer a business, and when they say you are? They got to learn a little bit about everything. And I will say I'm so proud of this year because there are so many designers that came out and showed a different part of them that it wasn't a pattern. They weren't talking about pattern designing. They were talking about different things that my I don't think the people on Patreon knew that they knew other things. So we had accountants, we had people that talked about planning and how much you should financially say your bags are worth. And I did also have a really good designer on there talking about what kind of designing software was on there and how they started designing and what the thought process is and how many bags it takes to design they put together before they actually give designers to a tester. We had someone talking about what it takes to be a tester or a strike artist and what designers look for in being a tester. This was the most exciting year. I didn't have it every single month because unfortunately my mom passed away and I wasn't in the right space. But my Patreon people knew that and they had my back 100%. Like I can never thank them enough. So yeah. Who makes Dyer? I'm not too sure. A Dyer? I'm not too sure who I'm not too sure who makes it what dyer. I said are you talking about bags I'm making? The Cumberland bag is made by So Sweetness. Um, the other bags that I was mentioning, like, I make what sells for me online is the Gaia. That is not a Threadco. The Rowena, that is not a Threadco, and that sells better in person for me. But different bags sells like, one bag that always sells for me is the Swoon, the Betty Bowler, but I modify it. See, this is Rowena, not a Threadco. Um, Most of the bags I make, I modify. So what I sell the best may not be the best for you because yours might look slightly different than mine. The Rowena is the only bag that I haven't modified. We have done small modifications. We did a small modification in my group, I think when it came out, with permission from Shannon as a sew along. I do small modifications, but that's about it. Um, but most of the bags I make modifications to make them look more individual. So if someone looks on Etsy that they can say this doesn't look like the other ones I've seen. The Betty Boulder sells for me, but I make mine's completely different. If you if you go on my Instagram, you'll see that you'll be like, that's not how my Betty Bowler looks. Or if you go into Swoon on Facebook and type in my name and you see my Betty Bowlers or any of my swoon patterns, they don't look like regular swoon patterns. And that it's not a toot my own horn, it's just that's how when I'm making something, I visualize it as something else. Good morning. It's good to see you too. So that's what my Patreon is. We modify a bag each month too, which there's a list going on right now that everyone gets to pick, like put one or two bags that they would like to see in the poll. Then on the first, I'm going to put a poll and everyone votes. And then the one vote wins. I go up to the the designer. I'm like, hey, can we do a sew along? And they're like, yay or nay. And again, they most of the time it's yay. There's only one designer that has ever said nay. It will be they'll remain nameless. And they we say then we break it apart. We have a meeting about what going over the pattern, if they need to do homework as in far as like they need to collect these kind of supplies for here, and then we go over what we need to reduce or make modification wise, and we go from there. And then we break it apart. If I have sometimes if it's a different pattern piece that needs to be altered, I'll show them how to alter it. Like if it's like we have to grade a seam or do like a sway, I'll show them. I'll have it on an overhead, and I'll show them how I grade or make the pattern piece slightly different. We have done that. Pattern piece is slightly different. Like our everyday tote is completely different pattern pieces for the exterior than what is in the pattern. So, because we have side zippers that go in, and it's just a thing. So it's a different thing. That's what I teach you in Patreon is how to create modifications. And it's pretty cool. Our library is huge. Was looking at our library the other day and I was like, we have done so many bags, so many bags, like so many different things. I know. My bags are thank you. I when some that is like the biggest compliment, I promise you. I turn Rudolph red when people say that. Like I knew it was your bag with before even I seen your name, and I'm like, oh my god. That is like the biggest compliment ever. And like I'm like smiling so hard that my cheeks are about to pop off. Oh, make the Rowena. Make the Rowena. That is so good. I think Shannon does have a very detailed video on the Rowena. Like Shannon is your best bet for if you need to have someone walk with you on it. And her instructions are A1 steak sauce. Like I promise you, you cannot go wrong. I tested with it and I had no issues. I was like, damn, she writes so well that you visually think she's there telling you like, okay, stop stitch here. Okay, we're gonna pull back. Like her directions are A1, just perfect. And they're really detailed and they're really worth it. Um, it's a great thing, great pattern, and you'll learn so much from that, Rowena, that you will implement some of the skill sets that you learn from that into bag making for future endeavors and the future bags. Like I promise you, like there's like so many kind of cool things she does where like, she'll put, interfacing in certain spots to help bulk reduction, and you're gonna be like, "Why don't I do this in different bags?" Like, it's sh the Rowena is, like, literally groundbreaking for me. Like, when she did that, I started learning different techniques, and I feel that my bag making skills went up a notch after I did the Rowena. No joke. Yeah, I love Shannon's patterns. They, like, make me squill. Like, the best way I could say it is like, you signed up for a class in college and it was full, and then someone's like, "Oh, there's an opening and you could sit in," and you're excited. Like, you're squill like, she's like the professor that you want to go into. Like, if she was a Harry Potter professor, she's that class that you wanna be into, and, like, you're like, "Yes!" Like, it's, like, really good. And her like I said, her pattern, the way she writes, it's like she's sitting right beside you. It's very detailed. Okay. Oh, okay. Get yourself together. And I heard her videos are very detailed. If her videos are anything like her live, then I know you're in good hands. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be making a lot of them. They're fun. And, my favorite version of the Rowena, the first one are the magnets, but then she came out with a couple months later with the zipper. I was over. The zipper are my favorites. Like, the zipper are the ones that I sell. I know it's a little bit more work, but it just the way they look on the side, I'm like like, the way they look on the side are pretty amazing. So that's my favorite style from her. That's the bag I love making the most. Um, I love making the Rowena. It's so much fun. And then once you're done with that, you can have fun and explore different ways of making it, but it's a solid bag, and a lot of people love that. That's a bag that sells a lot in person because I feel like I do not do the best photography with this, and it's something that I'm constantly working on because, like, for me, the photography never does justice to that bag. The bag has so many different faucets that you wanna show people, like, "Look, when you unzip it, you have more room to the bag," and then just so many different ways, like the hidden connectors, everything is just, like I said, A1. So today at noon, it's the last day of the month. Me and my group are going to be doing the Topher, which this is a bag that gets inserted into other bags to keep things organized. We were supposed to do it like the Tuesday bef the Tu last Tuesday, everything got mixed up because of parent-teacher conferences. So, we're doing it today at noon, which I'm cool with doing. I gotta iron my pieces on my fabric pieces on because I looked inside the bag. I was like, how have I not ironed it?" So I'm gonna iron everything. It's not incredibly complicated. The pattern is well written, so I'm really excited to see how this goes because I wanna be able to offer this to people that buy bags, like backpacks or like, messenger bags to me, like, "Hey, look, I can offer you this if you, like change bags a lot, like, you can put everything in here and just change your bag." It's like a caddy for your bag, so I'll show you guys that tomorrow when that's all done. Um, yeah, that's all I have for today, and then I have to start decorating the Christmas tree, which is already up. We have an artificial one, so I have to start decorating the Christmas tree with the family and then just start putting up holiday decorations. I'm trying to do the ones outside, but it's really cold right now, so we'll see. And that's it. That's my day for today. I'm pretty excited about it though. Oh yeah. You got the math on that. God prosper for you, Karen. Like, I will, and if you do it, please post it so I can see it. I think it would be beautiful to enough to hold an iPad would be awesome. No, I don't have an affiliate link for the Rowena, but definitely go and do it. It's worth it. Trust me, that is a that's a bag I will, like, tell everybody, "Just go and do it." It will save your way of thinking, like, there's certain bags that will make you feel like, "This is the best thing ever because it, like, made me feel leveled up in bag making." Yeah, it is literally the perfect handbag. That's why I told you, this lady, I told you she wants a new handbag, and I'm the first bag I'm gonna show her is the Rowena. It is literally the perfect handbag. There's nothing I would change. There's absolutely nothing I would change. It's just a perfect handbag, like 100%. Like, w and if you could start photographing it, like, better, like, in different angles, then you're gonna be even on top of everybody because if you go to photograph it well, it will sell for you real easily because it is like, the size, everything is perfect. Yes, right, Karen? If you could apply different techniques, this is the reason why I love buying Maggie 55, and this is the reason why I love buying Ora Rosa or even getting to teach you guys about Ora Rosa. There's something that they bring to the table that you're like, I can use. Like it's an education that like you get giddy about. Like you're like, yes. And sometimes I even like when I'm testing Alexis and I get frustrated and I have to read it over and over again, I'm like, she's teaching me something. Um, if I can just breeze through the pattern, then I feel like I didn't learn anything. Like these are all attributes that I've already known. So if I struggle a little bit, that means I learned something that I didn't know that I didn't know. So it that's it's kinda like when a kid's walking and they keep falling on their bum. It's the same thing, you want that struggle so that when you stand back up, you're like, "Wait a minute, I know something now." So, Rowena's really good, and if you struggle, she does have a tutorial, so you're gonna be good. Car thread, yes, car thread every single time, sh and her patterns are just beautiful. I'm impatiently waiting for her new one. She showed us a glance, and I was like, "Okay." A month passed by, I'm like, "Come on. Show us your show us that show us that pattern. I wanna make it." So and I gotta get sophisticated sews. She has a way to simplify her patterns, but her patterns have really cool and unique techniques. Like the Belmont had the most interesting way to put the zipper pocket on. It kinda remind me of, like, what you would do in the, what was that? I just did it, Backstock's Trailblazer, but it was a little bit different how you did it, and I'm like, "I'm gonna do a bag like this with this way that she did her zipper because it was so when she was like, "Yes, put the lining right sides up, put the zipper right sides up," and then like, the way she did it, I was like, "What the hell is this lady making us do?" And it came out so cool, and I was like, "This is interesting." I I kept questioning her, and then the results came out perfectly, and I was like, "She is teaching me some stuff." So, Sophisticated Sew is another person that I put out there that she always has me like, "What the hell?" And then when it's done, I'm like, "Oh my god, I love this." So, again, designers are very cool people, and I love learning from them, and when you're frustrated, it's not giving up the pattern. Your brain needs to go through it. Think of it like school, and once you conquer it, you're gonna feel so good about yourself, and then you got a new skill set that you didn't know that you could have. Yeah, do the Belmont. Yeah, the Belmont Compact looks like it's complicated, and when you're done, you're gonna be like, "That's it?" Like, "Wait, what?" It's like, once you're done with it, you're like, "I'm gonna crank out, like, 10 of these things in, like, 2 days." It's not it's not very complicated at all. And they will make awesome holiday gifts, like, because once you crank out 1, I guarantee you, I think someone could crank out, like, 4 or 5 in a day. They're not like, you just gotta get over this one pocket thing, and then once you do it, you're like, "That's it?" And if you made, like, the Johnny B from Cheryl, like, you can do that pocket, like, in your dreams. Like, you got this. Um, it's pretty fast. So, I'm gonna drink my semi-cold coffee now and, start, ironing my Topher and getting ready for my class at noon with Patreon, which I'm excited for, and spin some bobbins on my, machine and getting ready for it. I'm hoping that I got my webbing not my webbing, my zipper tape. Sometimes I forget to cut my zipper tape, and that drives me absolutely insane because then you cut out all your pieces, and then you realize you may not have a zipper tape that match. I'm hoping I did. All right. So I will talk to y'all later, and I hope everyone has a really wonderful day. And I'll see you on the first for this. All right. Everyone have a great day. Bye.